One of the biggest questions moving forward for the Sixers is how does Tyrese Maxey and Jared McCain look as a duo? Can they survive on the floor defensively? Is their offense going to offset their defensive limitations? It turns out they played 248 minutes on the court in the 2024-25 season. 12 times they were on the court in a game for 10 or more minutes. Those are the games I'm going to deep dive into to showcase how they were as a unit, as a group, defensively. Did they survive? Were they great offensively? All that good stuff. And guess what? It all starts in Indiana, October 27th. First off, the lineup of McCain-Maxey, Eric Gordon, KJ Martin, and Yabu probably not going to get you great results defensively. Not much size or rim protection, so immediately they are set up to fail, but hopefully the offense can offset that. The hustle of Yabu saves them in one of their first offensive possessions, and Maxey knocks down a three. Jared McCain is guarding TJ McConnell. Maxey got Halliburton. A disaster right away. Eric Gordon screens McCain by accident. So Yabu has to switch, which means McCain has to box out a center. Clearly, he doesn't get the offensive rebound, and eventually that leads to a foul. Then after a turnover, Maxey gets stuck on Siakam. They are forced to double team. KJ Martin tries to get a steal. Open three is generated. It's good. That right there was their first stint of the game. In the second group, they had KJ and Caleb Martin, Andre Drummond, more capable defensive pieces than the first one. Kinda, not really. More size though, for sure. Let's see how it goes. Man, oh man, the gambling we saw on defense last year was so annoying. Sixers are doing fine on this possession. Aaron Nesmith way out to make that entry pass to Siakam. Siakam's also catching pretty far away. KJ Martin, one of the best matchups in that situation on the Sixers team, just live with the ISO. Instead, Maxey leaves TJ. Caleb Martin doesn't realize, so he doesn't sink down low. Unnecessary gamble. Is that Nick Nurse or Maxey freestyling? Who knows? Either way, it was dumb. And you could tell at this point, Jared McCain was not really in the system. He was just standing in the corner. TJ in transition, pushing the pace. McCain's not in terrible position. However, KJ Martin is worried, so he helps, and nobody helps the helper. Maxey and everyone's staring. Leads to a foul. Another useless quick stint for them. 2 minutes later, we are back. Maxey, McCain, Gordon, Oubre, and Drummond on the floor. So you're seeing Maxey taking the tougher defensive matchups. He's on Nembhard. Meanwhile, McCain is guarding Ben Shepherd, who really is only a threat to catch and shoot. Solid initial defense from Maxey. Stays in front, then gets in the driving lane. Then I don't know what he is doing. I think he wanted Oubre to switch on to Nembhard, but clearly that didn't happen, so now it's a free mid-range jumper. My next question is, what did Nick Nurse do during training camp or practice? This was one of the first games of the season, constant miscommunications. Then, offensively, we got another possession where they take 15 years to get into something offensively while not passing the rock. Like, what are we doing? Then, in transition, Drummond gets beat up the floor, so now McCain has to pick up Turner. Drummond still stays with his guy, so guess what? Nembhard is wide open for three. On this one, both Oubre and Maxey on Halliburton. Maxey then is like, oh, I guess I have Obi Toppin. He gets screened. Maxey and McCain stay on Shepherd. Why are we showing that much attention to Shepherd? The world may never know. Now Obi Toppin is wide open. Eric Gordon is forced to foul. And then we got Caleb Martin getting a pick and roll instead of McCain. Dear Lord, as you can imagine, that did not go very well. And then one of their better defensive possessions still ends bad because of Nick Nurse's defensive scheme. Pick and roll defended well. Siakam ISOing. Maxey gambles, and the Sixers pay for their crimes. Another solid defensive possession. Caleb Martin really locks up Tyrese. Then Maxey gets screened but recovers in time to contest Nembhard. Unfortunately, Oubre got caught on Turner. Considering Drummond is right there, Oubre is way out of position. Oh my goodness, Jared McCain finally gets to do something on offense. Guess what? It leads to a bucket for Kelly Oubre. It's Caleb's turn offensively. Why? Nobody knows. Fast break opportunity. Shout out Maxey for this sick block. And that right there is the first half stint for Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey. They are back in together late in the third quarter with the first group they checked in with. Maxey, McCain execute the switch. It still looks weird considering Maxey had to push him to Bennedict Mathurin. Instantly, McCain is a step behind. Great job by Mathurin splitting the gap. You can see McCain gets a piece of it. It doesn't matter. He goes through the contact and finishes. Now in transition, Maxey gets stuck on Siakam, but this time he gets a piece of it and creates a turnover. Unfortunately on this one, McCain gets a rookie call. McConnell flops. Should have been a no call in my eyes. Like, what are we doing? And then Maxey checks out to end the quarter. They do get a few more minutes in the beginning of the fourth. And here is their best defensive possession. McCain pressures Shepherd, doesn't lose him while he cuts. Eric Gordon has Mathurin catching far away from the basket. Maxey pressures McConnell on the catch, loses him, but Yabu is there to help. Maxey recovers well. McCain is taking away Obi and gets back to his man. Late shot clock situation. Mathurin is forced to create, and it's a brick, and Maxey goes up high for the rebound. Jared McCain then checked out for the rest of the game. This was the first time the duo was unleashed, and it was really the first time Jared McCain was unleashed. 12 minutes and 11 seconds, and guess what? The Sixers were a negative 14 with them on the court. 83.3 offensive rating, 136 defensive rating. Every video in this series will showcase a new game. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more, and let me know your thoughts below. Overall, you could tell they were set up to fail in this game. Offensively, there was really no ball movement whatsoever. It was pick and roll Tyrese Maxey, save the world, save the day. That was really the only plan. And McCain at this time just was not in the system. They didn't trust him. They didn't really believe in him. And then defensively, I mean, look at the groups they're putting out there. There's like no rim protection. Yabu's the best rim protector. I mean, come on. And then not only that, but they're not on the same page. Maxey gambles. No one is there to rotate and take the spot that he was initially at. You saw on that last possession we went over, there was kind of intensity, or more than usual. That was nowhere to be found for most of the game. Usually everyone was sleeping off the ball, and they just weren't connected as a group. It's going to be very interesting throughout this series to see how they improve and what the good games defensively look like versus what the bad games look like. And this was clearly a bad game for this duo. Next video, I will be covering them versus Detroit, where they played 17 minutes together. Stay tuned and leave a like and subscribe.